Alex, I think the goals have been raining down in Nailsworth for the last couple of days. 8 goals here at Meadowbank today. What do you make of that one?
Yeah, not quite a 10 over the road from the other day, but yeah, strange one. I think probably better a little bit later in the week. I might have fathomed out a few of the things. I mean, I just felt, from our point of view, we scored 4 great goals, and yet we conceded a couple of sloppy ones. So yeah, it's a difficult one, but I think I'm pleased to almost come off with a point. And if you'd have given me 4 points over the Christmas period, I'd have probably taken them. So, 3 at each and 1 today, it turns out okay. It's just disappointing in the fact we had a chance today to get 6 out of 6 and didn't quite take it.
Yeah, when you looked at the conditions and the time of year and knowing it was a Gloucestershire derby, did you know all too well that it was going to be that type of game in the end?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't forecast quite so many goals. I certainly knew that Freddie's team at Slimbridge, the way they are, they would come out of the traps and work very hard to press us and not give us any time and space, which they did, and they did that fantastically well, to be fair to them. I don't think we acquitted ourselves as well with that as we should have done. Certainly second half, I felt we went missing a little bit in places. We had a few problems, before the game, like everybody does, with people stuck on motorways like Slimbridge did as well, and and a few shuffles. But ultimately, it was a good game for the spectator today. Maybe not so great for a manager's heart rate.
Yeah, and Jake Lee obviously getting the treble. Scores goals for fans at his level, and you must be delighted to always have him in your squad.
Well, he's been great. Jake, he went through a bit of a barren spell, to be fair, you'd say. We've switched things around a little bit, but he played as out and out 9 today. And that made a difference. He scored 3 good goals again, and he's always going to be a threat. And he had one of those days. He scored a few goals for me last year. He's doing the same again now, so he'll be keen in the new year to kick on from that. But from my point of view, yeah, we shouldn't have to score 5 goals at home to win a game of football. But we're going to have to do something about that, especially defensively.
Yeah. So is that probably your main target of improvement over the next few weeks and in training?
Yeah, definitely in training. It's not necessarily a target for improvement. We can't just go out and pick anybody off the shelf to replace what we've got. We've been fortunate with Cheltenham. We've managed to get Jordan in for a month. That was his last game today. I've had a few away and not quite fit, so they're coming back into contention. So hopefully we're back to sort of nearly full strength, which is good. It'll give us a few problems selection-wise, but after that, I don't think anybody can be convinced of keeping their shirt necessarily, which in one way is a good thing. It'll be a few headaches for us as a management team, but I think we must have to do better than that. We can't be conceding 4 goals. No disrespect to Slimbridge because they score some decent goals, but I think we've got to be better than that defensively. Yeah,
and looking ahead into 2017, now we're in, of course. Obviously, you'd love to get this club higher and higher, whether that's just in terms of league finish or maybe something extending your season beyond the normal regular campaign.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I go beyond the highest club position, that was 6th. I think I'll be in the playoffs, so that'll be a massive achievement, especially with the squad and maybe the size of clubs in our league at the moment. That anywhere in the top 10 is a really good season for Shortwood. I just think the standards we set ourselves, we expect that sometimes, and I think this league is renowned this year especially for everybody beating everybody at some stage and people turning up and turning you over, and we've been on the back of that, but we've also been on the front of that at times. So it's a tough league, but one where we've got to get better at being a bit more consistent. We went on a run of about 7 games unbeaten, and that made a massive difference. I think when we went to Hereford we were 2nd, and then we've had since then, we've leaked in a lot of goals in 4 home games, which is a good enough form to get you in the top 5. So yeah, we've got to have a look at that, try and be positive with that, but January's going to be a big month. There's a lot of points to play for us. I think we're playing twice a week like some of the other clubs will be doing, and I think we've got to try and cash in and certainly make our home form better than it is at the moment.